This is big, breaking, emergency news. Something very suspicious and strange is going on right now with our fish. We are now seeing millions of fish, and over 40 different species of fish have now died and are now succumbing to this very strange condition that is spreading in Florida right now. All right, so something weird is going on, and this could be a sign that we are going to see something even bigger happen. All right, this could be the fish reacting to some kind of geological disturbance inside the earth, and we actually just saw a major earthquake in Taiwan just yesterday. All right, so something weird is going on, something suspicious is going on, and they can't figure it out. They're doing tests and they can't figure it out. It's not a disease, it's not a virus, it's not an illness, it's something else. And over 40 different species of fish in Florida are now spinning to their death. All right, so let's get into the details here really quick. Hit it up for me down there. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on this big, urgent news. All right, so check this out. This is happening in Florida right now. This is currently happening in the Florida Keys. All right, you can see here, sawfish in Florida are spinning and whirling before they die. Researchers look for answer. This was just posted on March 30th, 2024. And this is actually affecting 40 different species of fish. I want you to listen to this report really quick right here.
The shimmering blue waters of the Florida Keys, along the jewel of Florida's southern coast, a mystery lurks beneath the surface. Fish with the spins, flipping and spinning without stop.
In my lifetime of dives, I've never seen any behavior like this from fish at all.
Diver Greg Furstenworth first observed it last year and soon learned the fish, including these small-toothed sawfish, which can grow up to 16 feet, were dying. Scientists are struggling to understand why.
It's unprecedented. They do not spin like this. They do not behave like this. This is not normal behavior at all.
That highly unusual behavior has been seen in more than 40 species, according to Florida Fish and Wildlife. Necropsies on dead fish have revealed no sign of a pathogen or bacterial infection.
All right, so you heard that there are 40 different species of fish, and they're saying there's no sign of bacterial infection, illness, virus, anything like that. And they're also saying that there's no problems with the water, with the pH, with anything like that. So it's something else going on, and these fish, it's affecting all these different types of fish. They are spinning to their death. They can't figure out where to swim. It's like their sense of direction, it's all messed up. Everything's messed up. They don't know where to go, and this could be to potentially disturbances with geomagnetics in this area. All right, there could be something going on that is affecting their ability to tap into the geomagnetic location system that animals use, like birds use, right, to fly south for the winter. All right, fish use a similar thing, and their ability to perceive this could be affected. All right, listen here for another minute.
State officials say oxygen levels, water salinity, pH, and temperature are not believed to be the cause, bewildering researchers.
It's a mystery. There's so many different possibilities that it's really difficult to isolate which one it could be.
28 sawfish have been found dead, but the actual number believed to be even higher, a blow to this critically endangered species that was early in its road to recovery.
So to see these animals dying could be a major setback. We want to get to the bottom of it and figure out a way to come back from this.
Fisheries in the Florida Keys remain open, though state officials say swimming where dead fish are observed isn't recommended.
Why do we need to protect the ecosystem and the fish that live here?
It's very special. Future generations need to be able to appreciate it the same way I did.
Marissa Parra, NBC News, the Florida Keys.
Okay, so you saw that there. Look at those fish just spinning around in circles. It's affecting over 40 different species confirmed. This is big. This is something. This isn't just like some species is being infected with like a parasite or something weird it's eating. This is affecting all the fish right now in the Florida Keys. This is serious. This also could be some kind of toxicity, potentially something released in the air, and also something that I thought about as well. What was released in the Florida Keys just a few years ago? And I don't know if this is, I have no idea if this is connected at all, but I just thought of this, that there were billions of genetically modified mosquitoes that were released in the Florida Keys just in the last few years. And fish actually eat mosquitoes and flies that land on the surface of the water. They eat them up. That's where fly fishing comes from, right? You're mimicking that natural process that fish do. They eat bugs on the surface of the water, and maybe they've been eating a ton of these bugs, right? I have no idea. It's just another theory. There could be some kind of toxicity. Maybe there's some kind of project going on in the Keys that we don't know about that is contaminating the water and affecting these fish's nervous system. You can see here, just to confirm, in case you've never heard this story, it says why U.S. company plans to release 2.4 billion genetically modified mosquitoes. All right, they're saying it's this company, Oxitec. All right, they're involved in a multitude of different projects like this of genetic manipulation. They also genetically modify ticks as well, right? And then we see these weird meat allergies going on if you get bitten by a tick, right? I don't know if that's connected. I'm just saying weird things are going on. Weird things are happening. And this was in 2022 when these mosquitoes were released, and they've been releasing them throughout the past year. And maybe this is related. It could be totally unrelated, but something is going on with the fish in the Florida Keys, and we need answers. All right. You can see here it's affecting the sawtooth fish heavily, all right, because they are endangered in this part of the country. And there's been mass die-offs of them. All right, that's why it's been getting major attention, because you don't really notice it when it's a little pinfish, when it's a grouper, when it's whatever that's out there in the middle of the ocean, and it's just deep in the ocean. But when these big fish wash up on shore, people are like, what the heck's going on? Something bad is happening with our fish. All right, so let me know what you guys think down below. All right, they don't know. We're not sure exactly what is causing this, but they're saying that the pH is fine, the water's fine. They're testing everything, and they can't find it. There's no virus, there's no bacteria, there's no anything that's affecting these fish. And potentially we could be eating these fish as well. We don't know exactly what's going on. So who knows, right? Let me know what you guys think. Be careful if you are fishing. They're saying not to swim in the water in these areas where the fish are showing up, because they don't know exactly what it is, right? They're saying it's not linked to oxygen levels in the water. They cannot figure it out. That's why it could potentially be some kind of geomagnetic disturbance as well in this part of the country. But it's strange that it's isolated to Florida, but who knows? This could be happening in more places, and we just aren't seeing it because these bigger fish aren't washing up yet. All right, the Keys are a group of islands out here in the middle of the ocean, so they're gonna have a lot of stuff washing up there compared to other areas, and a lot more fish are gonna be there. All right, so let me know what you guys think. This is big, and this is another hit to our food supply. All right, fish is a massive part of our food supply, and fishing is a very sustainable and survivalist way to sustain yourself if it hits the fan. If there's shortages, if there's problems in the supply chain, you can go fishing, right? But now that ability is being taken away from people in the Florida Keys. All right, there's been so many weird things. Think about all the deer. There's been this chronic wasting disease, this prion disease that has been spreading all throughout the deer populations as well. Like this zombie deer, you've heard of it before, all right? And it's spreading like wildfire. And these prions are not good for humans to eat. These folded, mutated prions, they could potentially cause sickness in humans, maybe, right? We don't know for sure, but they warn people in certain states. It's happening all over the country right now. I think it's a couple dozen states. It's almost half the states in the country are now testing for this chronic wasting disease in any deer that are hunted, and any deer meat that you eat, you have to test it because they don't want people eating contaminated meat, right? And now the fish are being affected. We're seeing the cattle being affected from the stuff going on. I covered yesterday. We're seeing the largest egg producer in the country being shut down. All right, I broke that yesterday, last night. Largest egg laying producer in the country had mass callings and mass shutdowns right now in multiple different states. All right, so there's been major hits to our food supply, and fish is food. Fish is food. So that's another way to think about it too, is that price of grouper, it's probably going to go up. It's probably going to skyrocket. All right, I think I saw a grouper in one of those rolls of the fish spinning, and we don't know exactly. So we could see restrictions put on that as well, saying, hey, don't eat this fish. Don't eat the fish. You got to get the fish tested now too, because there could be something wrong with it. All right, maybe there's some kind of prion disease with the fish that we can't figure out. They haven't tested for these prions, these mutated folded prions that are showing up. It could potentially transfer over. Who knows? Maybe it's some new fish disease. We're seeing a lot of weird stuff going on, and it doesn't make sense. I don't know what's going on, but I want to know what you guys think, right? Because this isn't looking good. It's another thing. This was like when all the crabs disappeared in Alaska. Do you remember that happened? I think that was last year. There were like 100 million crabs. I don't remember the exact number. Massive amount of crabs that were in the bay near Alaska that just disappeared, that the fishermen were counting on for harvest that year, and they were just gone. They just left this area, and people were theorizing, what's going on? Was there some kind of radioactive incident here they're not telling us of? Because it's kind of over here, Alaska, Russia, this big, people are like, what's happening, right? We saw that happening. There's been hit after hit to our food supply. How many different food processing plants have caught on fire? How many food warehouses have caught on fire? There's been probably hundreds. I don't know the exact number, but I've been covering these warehouse fires, these farm fires, all this stuff for years. It's been going on for years now at a very heavy rate. Like, I'm talking every couple weeks, at least once a month, there's a major one. And if you extrapolate that over years, right, we're looking pretty thin. Our reserves, our strategic oil reserves are at all-time lows. Everything's at all-time lows. We're extremely thin right now. And our food supply as well is taking a major hit. All right, so make sure you guys are growing. Make sure you guys are homesteading, doing something. All right, this needs to be a part of your goals, long-term or short-term, whatever. Try to make this a part of your goals, and bare minimum, just be prepped up. Have your pepper pantry stocked up. And this makes me want to go fishing even more. All right, this makes me want to fish. I need to go fishing now. All right, it's been a few months since me and my son went fishing. Been trying to teach him how to fish, right? But we've just been super busy lately, so we haven't gone fishing, but we need to go fishing again. This makes me think I need to go fishing, and I grew up fishing. I grew up in Florida, going out on the boat every single weekend and going fishing every single weekend, right? That was part of life. So this makes me want to get out more, go fish more, and treasure this resource that's here right now, because who knows what's going on. This could be wiped out too. Who knows? All right, so thank you guys. Hope you have big blessings for your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.